Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Kemi Olunlayo, Nigerian journalist, pharmacist, and PR specialist, and community activist. It's July 23rd, 2019 in Lagos. I just came back to Lagos, and I want to say hi to all my fans. I came back to plan my birthday party. I'm going to be 55 on August 6th, and my birthday is going to be in a nice club in Lagos. Everybody knows the club and the club owner, and shout out to Bodex, okay, my PR guy, even though I'm a publicist too, but every publicist also has a publicist. Today, everybody, Bodex, my brand manager, my PR guy, he's the best. Okay, today's planning that birthday, and I'm going to invite some of you. Not everybody is coming to my birthday party. I don't really want to say it's private. It's not. It's kind of semi-public, but invitations are going to go out. August 6th is my birthday. It's a Tuesday, and the weekend after, hopefully, is when we're going to have it, the Friday or the Saturday. Lagosians, thanks for your love. I like Lagos. All the people that stop me on the streets without makeup, my hair. Let's see what will happen today when I'm wearing blue lipstick and dressed up. They'll still recognize me. I love you, Lagos. Lagos has my biggest fans. And I heard Abuja, but Abuja and Port Harcourt, it's kind of half-half. Ibadan definitely not haters, you know? Jesus was never celebrated in his hometown. So, a lot of you have been hearing all this thing that went down on CNN's Stephanie Busari and I. Okay, some people call it Twitter beef. Some people say she disgraced me. Let me just tell you a little bit about Stephanie and what happened. Okay, Stephanie Busari is someone that doesn't like me to start with. Okay, someone told me 2 years ago how she was talking about me in such an annoying manner because she's one of the people that are definitely brainwashed about Kemi. A lot of people are like that. Many people have come to me and say, Kemi, you're not what they say about you. You're a very different person. You're intelligent. She's one of those brainwashed ones. So she's heard things about me, bad things, controversial, this, that. So the person told me in 2017. Anyway, I noticed that she was following me. Okay, so she kind of wants to know what I'm doing. If you're following someone on social, I don't follow anybody, by the way. Okay, my handles are monetized, and I really don't follow people. The only way to succeed is not to follow what everybody else is doing. Now, that's a known on social media for me. Okay, if I'm following anybody on Twitter, it's my son and his music. Okay, and Instagram, people that are either buying an ad from me or people that really matter to me. Now, not to say my fans and followers don't matter, but I don't follow what anybody does. Some people will say Kemi is a leader and not a follower. It's up to you what you want to think. But she started following me because obviously she wants to know what I'm doing. Now, Stephanie, I will consider my junior in broadcasting. But in America, we don't have seniority, juniority, all that stuff, you know, that you guys have here in Nigeria. It's there, but we don't stress it. You've got to understand that what you are today does not determine what you are tomorrow. Okay, when I was 22 years old, Donald Trump was a financial advisor and real estate agent. He advised a lot of people about their finances. If you had a lot of money, he'll take you under his wings and help you finance your money and invest it and all that stuff. And I remember Mike Tyson, who was a friend of mine then. Young Mike was a boxer and Trump was his financial advisor. Every time Mike had a boxing match, in 5 minutes, game was over and he collected $10 million. But of course, you guys know what happened to Mike. Life became reckless, name it. He ended up raping a woman, convicted, became a sex offender in the list, blah, 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 and all his money was gone. And I remember he fired Donald Trump somewhere down the line, and Trump moved on. Trump had his own challenges to bankruptcy and stuff, and then women came out and said he forced them, raped them, every kind of sexual whatever came out when he became president. He overcame it. However, I remember very well when Mike fired Trump. Today, 2019, Michael is broke. Okay? Everybody knows him. Trump is the most powerful man in the world, President of the United States. So like I said, what you are today doesn't determine what you are tomorrow. Okay? I said I worked 20 years in 5 capacities at CNN. And if you don't know me or my capacities, don't come and use that opportunity because you're sympathetic to a rape case. She's very sympathetic to and Stephanie Busari, you need to know, try to bring the story into CNN, but she was declined. Her own posse said they didn't want to do the story. See, they want the story to have international attention so that way they can disgrace that pastor, Fatoyibo, and they can make him be in the international court of public opinion like they've done in the Nigerian one. Okay? Fatoyibo is not guilty. Busala is not innocent. Nobody has been convicted. The case is now in the police hands, and me as an investigative journalist, I've done a lot of work okay, in the case. No other reporter has touched this case and investigated it. They're all reporting what I'm reporting. They're reporting what they have to report or what the police says. At the end of the day, it's a disgrace that no media outlet has actually touched the case. Now, Stephanie is sympathetic for her. Okay, we know the women's group, all these fake woman groups out there and this one and that one. I'm a feminist. I love women more than you guys do. I don't have a daughter, okay, but I have three beautiful goddaughters, that sort of thing. And may I say this to you? I am not a supporter of rape, okay? I was stripped naked on Ikorodu Road at 13 years old during the Ali Moscow riot, and you must remember that. If those guys had gotten to me, they would have gang raped me. Somebody grabbed me out of that accident in the burning car. Okay, I was fondled at 8. I told my mother at 54. It took 46 years. So when you come to these things, you don't have to tell the police the next day or 2 days, or you can come out 20 years later. I understand what Busala is trying to fight here. But when you're telling a lie, you make it up because your husband is pushing you to do it. That's another thing. We'll get to that later. But in this video, Stephanie engaged me and literally said, I did not work for CNN. The first tweet is what put me off. You guys have to remember what happened for me to say, some of these fools follow me, don't even know I work for CNN. You see, people don't like me. And somebody said, you're not even CNN standard. Go learn from a Mampur. That's what someone said that made me tweet that. Go learn from a Mampur, you're not CNN standard. Do you know where that Mampur worked with me, or I worked with her, or I know her, or something? I may have gotten to CNN as some kind of gift shop employee or something before she came as a reporter. You don't know who got there first. So I said, some of these fools don't know that. The same CNN they're watching here is not the one they're watching in America. It's two different brands. That's what started the tweet. So she came on the tweet and she said, all right, I don't see anything about you on CNN, just a few ramblings. Now, let me tell you about that. That's what stuck out in the tweet. She called it ramblings. Let me tell you about contributors. People that can't come to CNN and come to contribute their own talents to the network. They don't ramble. Okay, if there's a bomb explosion, let me give you an example. There's a ship right now that belonged to the British that the Iranians have seized. Okay, IMO Max or something. The tanker has been seized and the crew, they're showing them on TV that they're well. Now, this is a big situation here. If CNN needs an expert, they might call somebody from the Navy, from the U.S. Navy or something to be their guest experts. That person is a guest, a contributor. They're not an employee of CNN, no matter how many times they come. Donna Brazil came many times as a politics, whatever. Roland Martin, and of course my mentor. Okay, I worked with her. She was a newscaster. And I had two programs on V103 FM in Baltimore. April D. Ryan. April Ryan is a White House correspondent for over 20 years and worked with almost 5 presidents. And April now works for CNN, but she started as a contributor too. So you need to know the difference. I first came into CNN, okay, working on a medical story. They came to get an opinion from me and they wanted me to be part of a production of a story about rave drugs. They came to Johns Hopkins and I was working there. I remember when they came, I was not on duty. And my colleagues like, CNN came here yesterday, Kemi. I made connections. This is when you make connections because you might end up working there. Okay, I've done a lot of work in CNN, freelance journalist. Freelance journalists get paid, okay, for assignments and stuff. Producer. I've written at CNN.com, okay, and I've also written opinion articles, different things, you know what I mean? And believe it or not, I actually worked, when I was doing my internships and things, I actually worked part-time as a tour guide when I got my PR degree. And the time I got my PR degree, I like PR stuff, working with people, taking people on tours, explaining things to them. I did really good with that. You know, the CNN tours at that time was $20. You take people upstairs. You know, when you get to the 3rd floor, you tell them to turn off their cameras because of the newsrooms. You don't know whether you're giving a terrorist a tour, security reasons. CNN has a lot of products, tons of products. Today, even more. Some programs you watch, like American Morning, they don't exist anymore. There's another morning show now, 2 different ones, New Day and the one with Robin Meade. So you need to know about CNN. If you're going to work there, know about the past, the present, people that were there. Look at Soledad O'Brien. Soledad was there, left, came back, went to NBC. You got to know. Don't come on Twitter and start engaging somebody and disgracing them. When you have a country full of illiterates, UNESCO said there's 65 million illiterates in Nigeria out of 190 million. So at the end of the day, she disrespected me. It was people that worked at Fox News and other networks that cautioned me and don't answer her. So that's why we left it there. Stephanie, I've contacted CNN PR. They're going to do an investigation and possibly they just apologize. The main thing is the ramblings you said. Without contributors and people that ramble, CNN probably wouldn't have a product. And I was one of the top reporters. That's another way, another part. Thanks for listening, everybody.